Hey everyone, it's Real with Wes, and I'm sitting here today, and this is recorded the day of, probably a couple hours ago by the time you see this. And I'm sitting here at a church, and I'll be honest with you, today's been a really challenging day, a really tough day. And it's been a tough day for our community. It's been a tough day for our city in New York City. And these videos, they may touch many people outside of New York City, but my other main focus as a pastor is to make sure I focus on our community and our congregation. And these videos are always going to be a little more geared towards that because that's what we're experiencing right here in the level we're experiencing. All week long, this Real with Wes has been, as we're talking about being sensitive to hurt and sensitive to heartbreak and sensitive to trauma. It is what we're dealing with. And today, on the streets, not just the social media feed, not just the news, it really came close to home today to see that and to see how our city is hurting. And I want to make sure I continue to emphasize that because right now, the biggest thing, when I was driving into the church, because we had some things happen here today, and some things that may come out later that may make out more outrage, more hurt, more division, I want us to still stay focused. I want everybody to stay focused. A lot of people like the black community. Of course, I'm staying focused. Yes, and I'm speaking to all our nationalities here in New York, because in New York City we got, we have our black community, we have our Hispanic community, we have our Asian community, we have our white community, and we have our Middle East community. Also, they're all here. So sometimes I dress a little broader, but don't let the outrage of what you see lose sight of what we all started with. What we all started with was we were looking for justice where there was injustice. And really the injustice was when one life or any life is treated unequal or treated in an unhumane way, we can't lose sight of that. I see all the hurt, I see all the outrage, and I am sensitive to those things. And I'm not going to let that make us lose sight of what still matters right now. What matters right now is to stay focused and keep with the message. Keep with the message of Jesus. Keep with the message of grace. Keep with the message of justice. Keep with the message of peace. Keep with the message of change, though, also. There has to be change. And when I see certain things you may see later come out this evening or the next day, and you're going to want to feel outraged about it as members of our church maybe, I want you to see the hurt, though. Don't come and judge the outrage on one regard, and don't come out and let it cause more hate and division. If anything, let it be a call to even further action. Let it be a call to further unity. Let it be a call to further push the cause, not for violence, not for hate, not for division, but not for complacency either, not for silence either, not for dismissive to people's hurt. People are hurting more than ever right now. Our Bronx community just went through a lot last night. And I'm walking in the streets. I'm at our church right now. I'm dealing with a few minor things that happened at our church here, and I'm hearing the community hurt. I'm talking to people on the streets, and I'm hearing all the different sides, and all of it is, I get it, we're hurting. But in that hurt, let's come together, let's mend, let's heal, let's keep pushing forward, and let's keep causing change is what we want to do. Let's be sensitive to those things. Let's not just say, oh my God, someone looted, someone did vandalism, someone did this, and let those things still dismiss the fact of what this is still all about. People have exploited the opportunity to loot, to vandalism, to riot, to do those things. People have exploited the opportunity to derail what this was all about, but let's stay focused. The focus is justice and equality for all humanity. And we haven't arrived there yet. We're not there yet. Some people got the message, but some people have not got the message. And until injustice and inequality has stopped in this earth, we got to keep moving forward. We got to keep speaking up. And if more than anything, I want our World Changers Nation to come together. I want us all to come together, and all our misunderstandings and all our missteps and all our splitting hairs right now and all our times of judging and saying who's doing this, who's doing that, you should be doing more, you shouldn't. At this moment, the house is burning down, and we don't have time to squabble about it. We got to rush to it. We got to rush to aid. We got to rush to help. We got to rush to love. We got to rush to heal. We got to rush to educate, to hear, to listen. And more than anything, when you see those things, ask why. Be cautious enough to ask why when you see something. Why did that happen? Don't disconnect the series of decisions and domino effects that what led up to maybe what you're seeing, the end result of a hurt. And yeah, is it saying that hurt, the way it came out, is the best way it could have came out? No, it's not. But it doesn't dismiss people are hurt, because here's what you see. If you can actually deal with the hurt, if you can actually mend the hurt, if you can actually validate the hurt, these things that you're upset about, maybe where someone's looting, where somebody's vandalizing, where somebody's doing it, it'll stop. That's the cure to those things. The cure isn't stop. The cure isn't go home. The cure isn't, go vote. The cure isn't all those things. The first part of that cure starts with, before you get to it's let's deal with why those things came to the surface. And it's hurt. It's hurt. It's trauma. And it wasn't self-inflicted here. It was not self-inflicted wounds. It was not it was the oppressor that did it. It was the oppression that was inflicted on people, and you're seeing it come out. You're seeing it come out here. You're seeing it lash out here. And as a pastor, I'm not going to get mad because someone lashed out against us. I'm not going to get mad if you lash out against me. I'm not going to get mad if you lash out against our church. I'm not going to take that road because I see it for what it is, what's behind all the lashing out. Do I pray? Yes, I hope it stops. Yes, I want it to stop. But I know to get those things to stop is not saying, why are you lashing out? Not to become defensive. Why are you doing this? Why are you, and responding with that response? No, my thing is, I am so sorry. Now what are we going to do about it? And it's not asking the other person, what are we going to do it's bringing that question up to ask yourself that. What am I going to do? What am I going to do to help? What am I going to do to heal? What am I going to do to mend? I'm not going to spend time saying, you should be doing this, you should do that. I got to be accountable for me. I got to be accountable for my life. I got to be accountable for what we're doing in our house. And that's where it starts. And be active and do those things. But people are hurting. Do not lose sight of the hurt that is going on here, the hurt that was inflicted on the Black community. You can't lose sight of that. Don't let it get swept under the rug, because that's what's trying to happen right now. And as a church, we got to aid. We got to provide. Man, the body of Christ, it's if one hurts, we all hurt. 1 Corinthians 12, Paul had it together all those years ago. If one part of the body is hurting, we are all hurting. And this part of the body is wounded. They are being attacked at times, and we got to stand up and protect. We got to stand up and use our voices. We got to stand up and pull together, not in division, but in unity, to say, here's what we're going to do. We're going to listen. We're going to hear it. We're going to address it. We're going to do something about the change. And that change is not going to be an instant overnight thing. That change is going to take consistency. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And it's continuously, day by day, the little things. Many a times the biggest changes will start with the little things. And as you start with the little things, it's going to grow into bigger things is what's going to happen. But I'm saying, hey, whatever comes out, whatever you hear, especially with World Changers Church New York that may come out the next couple of days, don't lose sight of the mission. The mission is justice and equality for all. And we cannot stop till that is fully carried out, till that is fully executed. Don't get lost in the hype. Don't get lost in the drama. Don't get lost in the rioting, the looting, the anything, because, let me tell you, the majority of it is you got a small pie that being emphasized. When I was out on the streets today, when you see most of the rioting, looting, it had zero to do with protesters. It wasn't the protesters doing it. Our Bronx community just got tore up, I'll be honest. And you can go back and even look at some of the videos. We looked at some of the cameras. I looked at some of our securities. It wasn't protesters. It wasn't, people carrying Black Lives Matter signs. It wasn't people carrying Justice for George signs. No, that wasn't. It was just random people taking advantage of the situation. And then yet some of those people they're just hurt, they're confused, they're lost, they feel unheard, they feel dismissed because they have been unheard, they have been dismissed. Let's be very clear, that's what's happened. So with all this, I want to encourage you, hey, in the end, it was so beautiful, the biggest thing to see, when I walked down our streets and we were all pulling together, and there were so many people that jumped in to say, let me help clean up, let me help board up, let me help sweep the glass. Are you guys okay? Here's some water. It was so many young people. It was such a diversity of people from a community that said, you know what? We're here for justice, but we're not here for some of this. And it was so you can look at one sliver of the picture and not be directly on the ground a lot of times, to say everything's going so bad, and things are going bad. It's not to dismiss that, but miss the fact that how this community I saw this morning, and this in our church and on the streets, and our next door neighbors and the people across the street, they pulled together, man. And that's why I say that's hope. That's hope that this fight is not over, that there is unity going on, that there is people coming together for the right cause, which is justice and equality. And I don't have time to unpack all those things, but people are coming together. People are pulling together. So don't let what you may see be a thing of hatred, of division. Let it be a rally cry for us to pull together even tighter and continue to press forward. I love you guys. There is still hope. There is still love going on out here in these streets, and people are pulling together more than ever. And I believe God is going to flip this, not as a moment to divide us all, but to bring us all together tighter than ever, because now I finally feel like we are just at the tip of finally saying we need to do something. Yes, maybe people were complacent before, and I'm sorry about that. But today is a new day, and today is an opportunity to step up and pull together and do what may have fallen short in the past, but let's pull together today. I love you guys. I'm praying for you all. I pray that you're all safe, whether you're out there protesting, whether you're putting up on social media, whatever you may be doing. I thank you that you are safe and that God protects your life and brings you back home safely. To our members, if you're out there doing anything, just stay safe. We love you. We're praying for you. Nicole and I are. We're doing our best to do everything we know how to do, and keep keep growing and keep challenging ourselves. What can we do for our church? What can we do for our community? How can we speak to our members, our volunteers, our staff, and we're seeing what we can do about it, and we're stepping out and doing what we can and what we know the best to do. But our message is clear. Hey, it's with Jesus, all about equality. It's all about loving. It's all about unity, and it's all about bringing everybody together for this one main thing, man. Hey, we're all equal, and we should all be treated equal. And until that day comes, man, we have got to keep pressing. So I encourage you to join. I encourage you to come together, and I love you guys, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.